welcome to C2C Express TV. My name is Chris Clemens, Shady Duck 1979, and tonight we're going to have another fireside chat. Tonight, Cannonball. Why on earth would anyone want to do something so crazy? Driving on public roads well above the 85th percentile of speed sounds dangerous and foolish, right? It's because it is. It's incredibly stupid and dangerous. It requires far too much time, energy, and money. Could get you killed, could get you single, or could get you unemployed. I lost my job over the record run. Cannonball did strengthen my marriage though, so at least I have that going for me. Here's my story about how I started down the path of doing my own run. When I was around 10 years old, I was watching TV in bed. The movie starts with the police chasing a bright red Lamborghini Countach. The scene switches to a boy my age looking very bored as his grandfather teaches him to skip stones. The scene switches back to the Countach, somehow not being able to outrun Dodge police cars, when it comes up to a roadblock, and to avoid it, takes a dirt road. The dirt road ends up at that very same pond where the boy and his grandfather were skipping stones. The car flies across the pond, skips, and then moves to the other side of the road and keeps on going, getting away from the aforementioned Dodge police cars. I was captivated. That night I learned something that I had never heard of before. Cannonball Run. Cannonball to me is the most pure expression of freedom that there is. Having the misfortune of living in a place like Massachusetts, where, as Mel Gibson said, everything is illegal, makes one yearn for the pure freedom that Cannonball affords you. You know what you're doing is illegal. You know that what you're doing is risky. But you accept the consequences and set about solving a problem that doesn't need to be solved. What Cannonball is not, nor will it ever will be, is driving like a lunatic, putting the general public in danger by weaving in and out of traffic, tailgating, or any other unsafe behaviors behind the wheel. The point of Cannonball is twofold. One, to prove that skilled drivers and well-maintained, capable cars do not need to adhere to a speed limit to maintain safety. Good judgment and safety are of paramount importance. The other aspect is a protest of the ever-encroaching intrusion in government and daily life. Records are absolutely meaningless. It doesn't matter what your time is. You don't need to have a good time to have a great time. Sometimes life will punch you square in the face so hard it makes your eyes water. It happened to me. I woke up one day and realized that I had set aside the want to do a cannonball for reasons that in the end didn't really matter. We all put up roadblocks for ourselves. But it was time to change that. It was time to go after those wants and dreams, and it was time to go across the country. I was obviously into cars long before that, and watching the Cannonball movies, reading the books, had me very interested in driving across the country in a spirited way. I think everyone in the cars romanticizes the cross-country drive at speed. Someday I'll do it, I always told myself. As time went on, I became less and less likely to make excuses for myself. And as a result, I had a lot of fun in life. I got to play in the music industry, live in the world of racing. I raced cars, did drives, I did rallies, but it wasn't the same. I needed to do more than dip my toe in the water. I needed to do a cannonball run. Because as we know, what do you do when you've done it all? Cannonball. I'd gotten a taste of long-distance driving with my friends or going to see friends that lived across the country. I did a long drive to see if I could drive for 14 hours straight. At that point, my planning was already in motion to do a run, and this was my test to see what I was capable of. I was ready to move forward, but I still felt a little stuck. The how do I start this eluded me. I wanted to join this crazy community of cannonballers to see what I need to do, just in case I missed something, or if I was really out of my mind. I read all the articles, I read all the books, I watched all the movies, I found Ed Bolian on YouTube. I had done planning, weighed the pros and cons, the pain, the joy, but the future is scary sometimes. I was feeling pretty good about doing this because I thought I knew I was capable. But I needed a car, and cars ready to go for this event just don't exist. My thought was I would get a Caprice police package because I already had parts laying around that I could use to build that. But everyone I went to look at was either clapped out junk or was just way too expensive. So even though I looked at several, I came up empty. But that's how I mostly started in getting involved in this. By seeing what I was capable of and then starting the process of looking for a car. That'll be all for today. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, be true to your school. Thank you.